Okay, you Halloween freaks. We got a two for Elon Musk and, well, everything everywhere. The guy's on fire.
Yeah.
And everything involves some form of AI. Pull out all that Halloween candy. This is going to be sweet. We're diving into a mountain of Elon's latest, from wild Tesla events to Neuralink breakthroughs. You're going to want to buckle up for this one. We got a ton of sources for you, articles, research, even some of your own notes, and we're going to extract the juiciest bits, the real aha moments, without the info overload. Ready to get your learn on?
Let's dive in. One of the most interesting things about Musk is how his vision connects seemingly disparate fields. He's weaving together transportation, robotics, space exploration, and even human consciousness, all with AI at the core.
Okay, let's unpack that. Starting with the We Robot event. This wasn't your typical car launch. It felt more like a glimpse into Musk's vision of the future, with people getting rides in driverless cars, robots serving drinks, even drones buzzing around. What were your initial thoughts?
It was a carefully orchestrated spectacle, designed to showcase a future where AI is not just a tool, but an integral part of our daily lives. Musk is betting on mass adoption, not just niche applications. He's aiming for affordability and ease of use, appealing to our desire for convenience and a futuristic lifestyle.
And he certainly unveiled some exciting gadgets to make that future a reality. The Cybercab, for instance, looks like a robotaxi straight out of a sci-fi movie, with sleek lines and no steering wheel in sight.
The Cybercab is a prime example of Musk's ambition. He's claiming fully autonomous rides in Texas and California as early as next year, using existing Model 3s and Model Ys as the platform, and he's aiming to have the Cybercab itself in production by 2026.
Those are some aggressive deadlines, even for Musk, who's known for pushing the limits of what's possible.
Yeah.
Imagine, though, a world where parking lots become parks, because cars are constantly in use, driving themselves, picking people up, and dropping them off.
That's the vision. But achieving it requires overcoming some significant hurdles. Regulation, safety, and the impact on industries like taxi driving are just a few of the challenges that come to mind. And the infrastructure of our cities will need to evolve dramatically to accommodate this new paradigm of transportation.
And then there's the robovan, another fascinating concept. This thing is like a futuristic party bus, with the capacity to transport 20 people or a significant amount of cargo. How do you see this fitting into Musk's vision?
The robovan speaks to addressing the challenges of urban density. Musk is talking about shared rides that are incredibly cheap, like 5 to 10 cents per mile. But again, it all hinges on the development of the necessary infrastructure. Can our cities adapt to this kind of radical transformation in transportation? That's a key question.
Speaking of radical transformations, we can't forget about Optimus. This is where things move beyond transportation and delve into the realm of humanoid robots, not just robots working in factories, but robots walking around, interacting with people, potentially becoming a part of our homes and daily lives.
Musk's vision for Optimus goes beyond just building a robot. He's talking about creating a companion, an R2-D2 for the masses, a robot that's affordable, versatile, capable of handling chores, and even providing companionship. We saw glimpses of this at the event, with Optimus robots serving drinks and even dancing with the attendees.
It was definitely a sight to behold. And it raises so many intriguing questions. What are the implications of having robots integrated into our lives to this extent?
That's where things get really interesting. Musk envisions a future where these robots are ubiquitous, costing less than a car. We're talking about the potential for millions, even billions of these robots interacting with humans on a daily basis. Think about the impact on human interaction, on the job market, on the very fabric of society.
It's almost too much to comprehend. And yet Musk is pushing forward with this vision at an incredible pace.
And that's what makes this whole exploration so captivating. Musk is a catalyst, pushing us to confront these potential futures head-on and consider the profound implications of AI's integration into every aspect of our lives. It's both exhilarating and a bit daunting, wouldn't you say? It certainly is. And speaking of pushing boundaries, Musk's work with Neuralink takes us even deeper into the realm of what's possible with AI and human augmentation.
Right. We saw the incredible demonstration with the first human patient who can now control a computer with his thoughts. It's absolutely mind-boggling to think about the potential of this technology.
It was a remarkable demonstration. Not only was the patient able to control the computer, but he was playing Civilization on expert mode, even engaging in speed chess matches. And all of this while simultaneously streaming live and chatting with people.
The implications for people with paralysis, or those who have lost the ability to speak, are profound. Imagine regaining digital independence, being able to communicate and interact with the world in ways that were previously unimaginable.
That's the immediate potential, and it's already incredibly impactful. But Musk's ambitions for Neuralink go far beyond restoring lost function. He's talking about using this technology to enhance human capabilities, to give people what some might call superpowers, enhanced vision, even the potential to control prosthetic limbs as seamlessly as our own, are just a few of the possibilities he's outlined.
It sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. And yet, here we are, witnessing the early stages of this technology being developed and tested.
Of course.
Yeah.
With such groundbreaking technology comes significant challenges. Miniaturizing the device, ensuring battery life, and refining the surgical procedures for implanting these devices into human brains are just a few of the hurdles that need to be overcome.
And then there's the question of upgrades. Imagine needing brain surgery every time there's a new version of the Neuralink device. It's not exactly a simple software update.
Musk has acknowledged this challenge and stated that they're working on solutions, but it's certainly a factor that needs to be addressed.
It's clear that the future of human-computer interaction is being rewritten as we speak, and Neuralink is playing a pivotal role in that transformation. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about another area where Musk is making waves: the space race and the battle for satellite internet supremacy.
SpaceX and their Starlink network have been steadily expanding, bringing internet access to millions of people around the world. But they're not alone in this endeavor. Amazon is hot on their heels with Project Kuiper, and other players are entering the fray. We're witnessing a new era of space exploration, driven not by the pursuit of scientific knowledge, but by the quest for global connectivity.
And the stakes are incredibly high. We're talking about connecting billions of people who currently lack access to the internet, opening up a world of information, education, and economic opportunities.
It's about bridging the digital divide, which is a noble goal. But it also raises some important questions. Who controls access to this network? What happens in conflict zones? How do we ensure equitable distribution and prevent the concentration of power in the hands of a few corporations or individuals?
It's a complex issue with no easy answers. Starlink has already been used in conflict zones, providing crucial communication links in areas where traditional infrastructure has been disrupted. But this also raises concerns about the militarization of space and the potential for these networks to be used for purposes beyond their original intent.
And there's a question of who gets to decide which parts of the world are connected and which are left behind. Governments, corporations, billionaires. The power dynamics at play are incredibly intricate and have far-reaching consequences.
It's fascinating to see how something as seemingly simple as providing internet access can become entangled with such complex geopolitical and ethical considerations. It seems like every step forward in technology opens up a new set of challenges and questions that we as a society need to grapple with.
That's the nature of progress. Each advancement brings with it the potential for both incredible good and unforeseen consequences. And it's our responsibility to engage in these conversations, to consider the implications, and to strive for solutions that benefit humanity as a whole.
Absolutely. And speaking of advancements that are both exciting and potentially disruptive, let's talk about Musk's foray into the world of AI language models, with Grok 2, developed by his X.AI company.
Grok 2 has been making headlines, and for good reason. It's not just keeping up with other leading language models like ChatGPT, it's actually outperforming them in some key areas, and its integration directly into the X platform gives it access to a vast amount of real-time data, allowing it to answer questions about current events, analyze tweets, even provide insights into specific individuals.
And there's one more element that sets Grok 2 apart, and it's causing quite a stir. Grok 2 is less restricted in its responses compared to other AI assistants. It's capable of swearing, handling sensitive topics, and even generating more risque content. It's a bold move, and it's definitely raising some eyebrows.
It is. While some argue that this unrestricted nature could lead to unforeseen consequences and potential misuse, others see it as a necessary step in pushing the boundaries of AI development. They believe that allowing AI to explore a wider range of expression, even if it includes elements that we might consider controversial, is essential for unlocking its full potential.
It's a fascinating debate, and it speaks to the larger question of how we want to shape the future of AI. Do we prioritize safety and control, or do we embrace a more open and potentially unpredictable approach? These are questions that we as a society need to grapple with as AI becomes increasingly integrated into our lives. It really is. And it seems like with every advancement in AI, the ethical and societal implications become even more complex. It's almost like we're writing the script for a science fiction movie in real time, but we haven't quite figured out the ending yet.
That's a great analogy. We're in uncharted territory, and the choices we make today will determine the course of this narrative. It's both exciting and a bit daunting. But it's crucial that we approach this with a sense of responsibility and foresight.
Absolutely. And speaking of responsibility, one of the recurring themes in this deep dive has been the question of control. Who ultimately steers the direction of these powerful technologies? Governments, corporations, or a handful of influential individuals like Elon Musk?
It's a question that deserves careful consideration. We've seen how Musk's vision has shaped the development of electric vehicles, space exploration, and now AI. His companies are pushing boundaries and disrupting industries at an unprecedented pace. But with this influence comes a tremendous responsibility.
It's like wielding a double-edged sword. On the one hand, you have the potential to drive innovation and solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. But on the other hand, there's the risk of unintended consequences, the potential for these technologies to be used in ways that could harm individuals or society as a whole.
That's why it's so important to have open and honest conversations about these technologies, to engage with diverse perspectives, and to establish ethical frameworks that guide their development and deployment. We can't simply leave these decisions to a select few, no matter how brilliant or well-intentioned they may be.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's about collective responsibility, about ensuring that these advancements benefit all of humanity, not just a privileged few. And that brings us back to the listener, to you. What role do you see yourself playing in this rapidly evolving landscape?
It's easy to feel overwhelmed, or even powerless in the face of such rapid technological change. But it's crucial to remember that each of us has a voice, a perspective, and a role to play in shaping the future. Whether it's educating ourselves about these technologies, engaging in thoughtful discussions, or advocating for ethical guidelines, we can all contribute to ensuring that AI is used for good.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's about empowering ourselves, not just as consumers of technology, but as active participants in shaping its trajectory. It's about embracing the potential while remaining vigilant about the risks.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that the future of AI is not predetermined. It's being written right now through the choices we make, the conversations we have, and the actions we take. It's a collective endeavor, and it's one that requires our full attention and participation.
Well said. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Elon Musk's AI-powered future, I'm left with a sense of both awe and cautious optimism. Awe at the incredible advancements we're witnessing, and cautious optimism about the potential for these technologies to improve our lives, while acknowledging the importance of ethical considerations and responsible development.
I share that sentiment. It's a time of unprecedented change and opportunity. And it's up to all of us to ensure that we navigate this new landscape with wisdom, courage, and a commitment to creating a future that benefits all of humanity.
That's a perfect note to end on. So to our listener, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful, thought-provoking, and maybe even a little bit mind-blowing. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The future is waiting to be written, and we have a role to play in shaping its narrative.